Chapter 12. When Ramona found Felipe, she told him everything. He said that Alessandra also told him everything. To be honest, he has never seen his mother so livid before. He advised Alessandra to stay away from the rancho for the next 4 days. Things will hopefully calm down by then. He told Ramona to go back to her room. If his mother finds out that they were talking, there's no telling how much his mother will escalate. Ramona did as she was told. Felipe was conflicted. Although his mother usually listens to what he has to say, this was different. His mother already decided Alessandra won't marry Ramona, and no one will convince her otherwise. Moreover, with his delicate condition, he cannot afford to make things worse for Alessandra or Ramona. However, he has to intervene. He needed time to figure out what to do next. However, as soon as Senora saw Felipe's face, she knew what had happened. Ramona had talked to her son. She wasn't certain who she was angrier more, Ramona or her own son. She told her son that she needs to talk to him. She told him what she had surmised. He carefully corrected her. He told her, no, it's not Ramona that talked to him, it's Alessandro. Told him everything. His mother told he told his mother that she told Alessandro that he's fired. He told his mother that he told Alessandro that he's fired. He told Alessandro. He told. Oh, let me put this. It's gonna be a little bit confusing. Alessandro told Felipe that his mother told Alessandro that he's fired. Okay, so as in Felipe told Alessandro to leave the rancho and return in 4 days' time. By then, things might have cooled down. Senora explained. It was in the heat of the moment. She did not mean for him to leave the rancho. Felipe was stunned. He did not want to do anything that his mother would not have wanted to have happen. So that's miscommunication right there. Next, Felipe said that Alessandro is their best employee. He's honest, hardworking, and humble. Everybody loves him. He could even take over the rancho if it comes to that. When he proposed letting them get married and stay in the rancho, Senora told him to stop talking. Before he could continue, she told him to give her some time to think about what he just said. So he complied, and he let her think. His mother apologized for being angry with Felipe. She said that is all the more reason to send Ramona to the convent. Felipe panicked, which is understandable. He never thought that his own mother could be so cruel. He admitted he doesn't understand why his mother sees Ramona as a shameless person. He also said that there's nothing wrong with Ramona loving Alessandro. Senora corrected Felipe and told him she knows what she saw. Felipe said they just told each other that they love each other. They did not do anything else. No touching, so. She immediately countered, asking, suppose he has a sister? Suppose the Indian asked his sister to marry her? Would that be alright with him? He admitted that wouldn't do. She told him Alessandro talked the marriage to Ramona in a way he would any Indian squaw. So you can see Senora is a little bit racist. He countered, saying that Alessandro is not that kind of man. He would not just, fall in love with somebody and ask her to marry him. And he also added that Ramona is the same way. She would not just love any Indian and tell him that she'll marry him. So she's not an impulsive person either. Senora countered and said this is all Ramona's fault. Felipe apologized for making his mother angry. However, he has to speak up. He has gotten a chance to get to know Alessandra very well. Moreover, he grew up with Ramona, so he knows her very well as well. If Felipe can find someone who loves him as much as Alessandra and Ramona love each other, then he will consider himself very lucky. He added that Senora knows that Ramona is half Indian. Since she's mixed race, many men would want to marry her. And he knows that his mother wouldn't let her own son marry Ramona. So who is worthy to marry Ramona then? If not an Indian and not a Mexican, who? Senora asked her son if he would let his own sister marry Alessandra. He replied, of course not. But Senora interrupted, exactly. It is Senora and Felipe's job to do to Ramona what they would do to his sister. It is also wrong for both of them to let Ramona do whatever she wants. Her sister would have done the same. She would not let Ramona marry whoever she wants. She owes her sister as a Senora's sister. Let me put that, because this is like, Senora's sister would have done the same. She would not let Ramona marry whoever she wants. Since her sister asked her to take care of her adopted daughter if something should happen to her, Senora owes her sister to do the right thing. So this is not just Senora saying no. Senor's sister would have also done the same thing, so she has to respect her late sister's wishes. Felipe was not happy with what his mother had to say, even though he knew that his mother is telling the truth. Felipe said he wished Alessandra never came to the rancho. Senora admitted it's her fault too. It is her job to realize what's going on in her rancho, between Alessandra and Ramona, and put a stop to it before it got too far. Senora carefully asked Felipe what he thinks. If she sent Ramona back to the convent. He immediately said, this is a knee-jerk reaction. He immediately said he's against shutting her up in the convent. Senora corrected, shut her up, Senora never said anything about keeping her in the convent. So she explained, Ramona did spend a few years at the convent before. Maybe a change of scenery and people might do a world of good for Ramona, and she'll even learn new things. At this time, she asked Felipe to come up with a better solution. He again told his mother to let them get married without their consent. When she tried to object, he told her if they're not allowed to get married, then they will elope. If they can't get married at the rancho, they'll get married somewhere else. When Senora said that Senora said that they are in the catch-22 situation. If they do something, they're going to lose both people, and if they don't do something, they're going to lose both people anyway. At this time, Felipe realized that he betrayed both Alessandra and Ramona. Again, she asked him, if you think you could come up with a better solution, tell me. So he replied, either way, either they get married or Ramona ends up in a convent. Ramona must be forced to leave the rancho. Senora told her son he is unjust to himself. The rancho is as much their home as it is Ramona's. It is their job to honor her late sister's wishes for Ramona. They can't just kick her out. Felipe apologized to his mother for being a burden to her. She thanked him for his sympathy. If it weren't for him, if she did have a son, she would have given up a long time ago. She feels that her family has been dishonored. They have to tell Ramona what they have decided to do. Senora went to Ramona's room, unlocked her door, told her to go to Senora's room. Senora and Felipe had something to tell her. Ramona knew what they were going to say. Felipe was not able to bring his mother to her side. Her side is Ramona's side. Senora called Ramona by her full name. Felipe shivered. Senora said that they would not consent to her marriage to Alessandro. At this time, she let Ramona speak. Ramona said that she appreciates everything Senora and Felipe have done for her for the past several years. But Ramona was upset that Alessandra won't be in the rancho for the next few days. Ramona left Senora's room without Senora's consent. At this time, Senora decided to put Ramona into solitary confinement for the next 3 days. She acquiesced. She, as in Senora, acquiesced. Her son wants them to do nothing, so Senora has no choice but to ground Ramona until further notice. So questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarification, let me know, and I shall see you next time in a couple of days. Take care.